What's going on, class? My name is Brennan Bull, and I'm going to talk to you about a challenging message that I came across in high school. So, yeah, we will go to the next slide. So, this challenging message came across when I was in high school and I owned my own LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company, which I acquired at the age of 16 with the help from my father to pursue my own dreams of owning my own business, which I was able to build this business off of customer relationships I built in my neighborhood and networking for other companies to have a bunch of contracts for lawn care and landscape maintenance items. And in many ways, through this experience, I became married to the business itself, as well as the customers and the services I provided. In this journey along the way, you become very married and invested in your pride of workmanship, and you don't take that for granted. So the path and message I was looking for was a path to higher education, which was always a big thing for myself and my family to graduate college. And I was just in an uncertain scenario with working a ton and not being prioritized with school. So my path to CSU was in a large way factored by this message that I had to decide and message I had to deliver, which was very challenging. The decision was ultimately extremely to face and letting go of this company which had value financially as well as personally, and all the sweat and tears I put into it, and lots of hoops that I had to jump through to make things happen the way they did and run smoothly and accordingly, and doing things the right way as far as taxes and income revenues through the government auditing you. Ask me how I know. So I had to draft a formal message to my customers to resign my services to them. So this was a letter acknowledging that I would no longer be servicing their properties and they would have to look otherwise for work. And that's where the message I had to tie in my short-term goal, which was signing these contracts over to a local contractor, which I would be able to sell these contracts for a percentage of the value. And obviously the short-term goal is to get financial gains off of the revenue, but the long-term goal was really looking for the well-being of my education and pursuing a bachelor's at CSU. And areas of improvement, I guess I could have used a more unsolicited or less unsolicited state of being where I had more factors and people to listen to for advice, to maybe steer me in different directions along the way, and how I phrase the messaging, and as well as the timeliness of the letter and how quickly I was able to get it out to the customers, giving them a ability to think about the decision and make a judgment off of the information I gave them. And lastly, just always acknowledging the customer is number one and that they're most valuable is kind of the takeaway throughout the course of running my company and writing this message. So that was my challenging message. Thanks for listening.